The cathedral stands broken, its spires clawing at a sky choked with ash. The emperor's light, they said, would hold eternal sway over the stars. Yet here it falters, swallowed by ruin, its marble cracked, its golden icons tarnished by fire and time. I walk among the wreckage, the air heavy with the stink of mortality, burnt flesh and shattered stone. Statues once raised to glorify their corpse god crumble beneath my boots. I laugh, the sound hollow, reverberating through hollow vaults. This faith, this hollow, fragile faith, shattered as easily as bone beneath my gauntlet. Here lies their devotion, a child's scribble scrawled on a galactic canvas, destined to fade into dust. The faithful died screaming, their prayers falling silent, their monuments now tombstones for a God who never speaks. What strength is this, to build a shrine, only to let it fall? Yet I remember, and the memory stings like a blade. Once I knelt in reverence beneath these very vaults. The sermons rang loud, their words of fire and gold, binding me in a chain of righteousness. I believed, oh how I believed, in the emperor's light, the purity of his will. But belief was a cage, and I, a fool, wore its bars like armor. Even now, the shadow of those hymns lingers in the recesses of my mind. Were they lies, or was I the liar? Did I trade one master for another, or have I only ever served the void? The gods I now kneel to demand their own sacrifices. Their voices howl through the warp, insatiable and cruel. What then separates them from him? Perhaps nothing, perhaps everything. Both lashed me with chains. The chains are heavier now, yet I wield them willingly. I look to the molten sky and see no truth, only shifting promises etched in fire and despair. The faithful of old, and I among them, built cathedrals to cage themselves, to mask their fear of the eternal dark. Now I build nothing. I am destruction incarnate, a hand of chaos sweeping away what they sought to preserve. Among the rubble, I stand still. The corpses of loyalists and traitors lay mingled in their decay, indistinguishable now, united at last by the indifferent void, faithful and damned alike, reduced to bone and dust. The great equalizer, not a god, not a creed, but the silent, patient hand of death. I trace my gauntleted fingers along a crumbled statue's face. Its stone features are weathered smooth, the identity of the saint erased. Will my own monument stand one day, a tribute to ruin, or will I vanish into forgotten whispers? What is legacy but vanity? What is faith but an edifice, crumbling beneath the weight of truth? Yet, I feel no sorrow for this. Destruction is honest. The lies of permanence cannot withstand the entropy of stars or flesh. I carry this truth within me, a bitter ember burning in my soul. All things fall, all things rot. The Emperor's light dies, as does the shadow it casts. In the end, even chaos is but a tide, receding, advancing, swallowing all but its own emptiness. And I, a mere ripple, fade into the currents. As I leave the broken cathedral, I cast one last glance at the fallen monuments. Their silence hums a requiem, a hymn to nothingness. I march onward, not with faith, but with the certainty of ruin.